Hello, it's Uncommon Fossil, and today finally getting around to look at a Great Tusk mill deck, and this is a fairly simple, straightforward list. A lot of 4-ofs. I think it's effective. You know, every deck can be beaten. Certainly true with mill decks as well, but we want it to set up fast and just put pressure on our opponent right away. And it's a deck where the decision making is fairly straightforward, I think. Yeah, so it's a little bit relaxing. There's those days when a little more laid back, relaxing deck is a good thing. So featuring for a 4 of Great Tusk, the ancient Pokemon with the land collapse attack is the primary thing we're using. For 2 colors energy, so can be paid with 1 double turbo. You discard the top card of your opponent's deck. Now that's not good enough, but if you played an ancient supporter and we now have a second ancient supporter that's pretty good, that's at least good enough, then we mill 4, we discard 3 more cards that way. So we're milling 4 per turn. We want to be milling 4 every turn, basically, from the very beginning of the game. So it puts just pressure on our opponents to start knocking out and keep things going. We can also use the Giant Tusk attack, probably with a double turbo, plus 2 fighting energies, does 160 or down to 140. If something's fighting weak, we may do that, but generally milling is what we do. 1 copy of Radiant Greninja for concealed cards, right? Discard an energy, draw 2 cards. We need to get some energies in the discard pile, and also we need a draw engine of some sort. So 1 Radiant Greninja is what we're going with here, and then 1 copy of Pidgeot V with Vanishing Wings ability. Once during your turn, if this Pokemon's on your bench, you may shuffle it and all attached cards into your deck. So just a very easy way to make the deck infinite. If the game goes long, we don't have to worry about ourselves decking out, because we're gonna get, with the ancient supporters, we're drawing a lot, and this deck can start to get close to decking out. So Pidgeot V just makes it a lot easier. We can attack with it as well, but probably not doing that. But we can, because it's 3 colors energy, so it's a possibility. But generally, it's just there to keep the deck infinite, and it does allow us to play a Forest Seal Stone. The energy count, pretty straightforward and pretty refined. You know, there's not a lot of variety for Great Tusk lists for energy. 4 double turbos, because that's probably optimal for the most part, and then 6 fighting energies. Sometimes they throw in like a Mimikyu or something else, and we'll toss in a psychic energy perhaps, but 6 fighting energies is what we need for this deck. We don't need any other energy type, so just fighting energy there. And obviously, like it does let us use the second attack as well with those fighting energies. So the ancient supporters, there's 2 of them. 1 Professor Sada's Vitality, that's been around the longest. You choose up to 2 your ancient Pokemon and attach a basic energy card from your discard pile to each of them. If we do that, we draw 3 cards. So a nice little draw engine allows us to mill 4 that turn. We have to get basic energy in the discard pile to make that work. So hence the Radiant Greninja is part of the engine as well. And then we play 4 copies of the new Ancient Supporter Explorer's Guidance. Look at the top 6 cards of your deck, put 2 of them into your hand, discard the other cards. So this is, so we do get 6 cards out of our deck. So between this and Sada's Vitality, who are going really aggressive turbo through our deck, which is why I think the Pidgeot V just makes life a lot easier. So we don't have to worry about decking out there. So again, mills 4 gets us a nice draw thing. You could play a boss or something, but I'm not doing that. I will, let's see, gonna play a few tools. I'll hit that, and stadiums. We're playing, well, stadium first. Playing 3 copies of Artazon. Just you can put a basic non-rule box Pokemon, search your deck and put it onto your bench. So get a Great Tusk onto the bench. Very good there. Tools, let's see, we play 4 copies of Ancient Booster Energy Capsule. Very good in the deck. Could play a Town Store, right? That lets us search out a tool card. I can see value to that, but getting the Pokemon in play is more important. So I've just decided to stick with the 3 Artazon there. But anyway, so it gives us plus 60 HP, and that's very important on our ancient Pokemon. Gets us 200 HP, so put some pressure on our opponents. Can they take a one-shot knockout? They really need to be one-shotting us every turn after turn, or else our opponent's probably going to lose. So that plus 60 HP is very nice, and we're immune to special conditions. That generally is not the big issue there. All right, other tools here. Playing 1 Forest Seal Stone, because we have the Pidgeot V, right? So it gives us the Star Alchemy, search for any 1 card once over the course of the game. And also, when the Pidgeot V gets shuffled back in the deck, any tools attached, anything cards attached go in the deck too. So the Forest Seal Stone recycles as well. So that's a little plus too. So we don't have to play it right away either. And then 1 Rescue Board reduce our T cost by 1, put that on the Radiant Greninja, so we have a pivot there. I like that for sure. All right, so getting into the rest of the items here. For 3 switch carts, we're just basic, so it switches us, heals 30. 4 Earthen Vessels, gets us energy in hand, gets us some energies in the discard, so that we can accelerate them with Sada's Vitality, so makes sense in this deck. 4 counter catchers, we're not taking any prizes, not playing any boss. Some lists play like 1 boss, but 4 counter catchers is really good here. You know, we just want to slow down our opponent again, make them so ideally they can't attack because they have something stuck in the active they can't attack, or at least they have to do an extra switch and just makes them burn through resources, which they don't want to do. 1 copy of Hisuian Heavy Ball because we need to get, well, if Pidgeot V's prize, we're going to lose the game. Radiant Greninja, we like getting that in play, obviously, and we really need Great Tusk. So Heavy Ball is, I think, a must for this deck. 2 Super Rods. If I wasn't playing the Pidgeot V, I'd play a 3rd Super Rod. You can go that way with the list as well, I think, because you probably won't deck out, but you do have to be a lot more careful with it. Shuffle and combination Pokemon. Basic energy back into your deck. Copies of Hero's Cape gives us plus 100 HP, so makes the Great Tusk even tankier, which is good. And this is what everybody's playing. I'm not entirely certain that actually a Prime Catcher might not be better just for the disruptive factor of that. It gives us 40 more HP, though, so it goes, instead of 200, we're at 240. So it does take it out of being one-shot range for a lot of things. 1 copy of Hand Trimmer. I like this in the deck. Each player discards cards from the hand till they're down to 5 cards in hand. If your opponent, one strategy against Mill is to build up a big hand size, and then I Ono it back in the deck. With Hand Trimmer, we just wait until they have a giant hand size. Boom. Most of those cards get lost, and their Iono doesn't really help them out. So that's the thought there. 4 Pokégear, because the engine's very limited, and we have to play a supporter each turn. Have to. So 4 Pokégear just to get either of our ancient supporters. 3 Pal Pads. The deck needs 2, I think. I had 1 extra deck slot, so I put a Pal Pad in. That's the card that could become something else, like a town store or whatever else you think, or a boss. All those are options. You need at least 2 Pal Pads. I made it 3 just to make the deck a little easier and not worry so much. But you know, it just gets those supporters back in the deck so we can draw them or hit them with Pokégear. And 4 Nest Ball because, Buddy PAF is obviously the HP is too high, and we just have basics, so no Ultra Ball, just 4 Buddy PAF to get set up early, and then we should be drawing enough cards so that we get more basics in hand as the game goes on. So that's the list. I think the list is fairly straightforward, and part of what you're hoping with a mill deck is an opponent to misplay some. That's one way you win, and you do get a decent amount of opponents that don't quite know how to handle things in live. But the other thing where you win, and this is against opponents that know what they're doing as well, is we just put a lot of pressure on. They have to be knocking us out turn after turn after turn. If they can't stream attacks, they can be in trouble, and there's a lot of decks that will struggle to do that. So let's take a look at the deck in action. All right, let's see how things go. It's been a bit of a struggle with this deck to set up. I haven't been setting up well. I don't know. There has been value in a lot of these games if I played the Mimikyu. I'm not sure I want to do that though. So I honestly think I played 3 games and I haven't started Great Tusk yet. It's been either Great Greninja or the V. So all right, taking a mulligan. They probably know what I am, but honestly, if they draw an extra card, that's probably good for me. All right, so I get to start a Great Tusk, and I have a supporter. And I'm going first this game. That part's unfortunate. So my opponent is, see what I'm up against here. Okay, so I think I want to get, okay, I got all my Pokemon here. Let's just have all my supporters. Let's see the energy situation. Okay, I think I have energy situation's pretty good too. So I will discard an energy here. Do I attach double turbo to the active or the bench? I'll assume they're going to knock me out. I don't know if that's the case. I'll attach this here. and just end turn. So, okay, so that's good. I mean, obviously this would have been an awesome hand to have gone second with, but my opponent is an Ancient Box, so they're going to take a knockout to their goal here. Yeah, there's a deck that I've seen, that I've run into, that I find interesting. I got to take a look. That's a Great Tusk deck, but then it also has some attacking options with the Koraidon and the Raging Bolt EX. So therefore, if you go conservative to avoid the Great Tusk Mill, they start smacking into you. If you start to try to deal with the damage, then they can go back to Mill. I thought the combination was pretty effective. So see what my opponent does here. Yeah, we'll see what happens here. So, okay, maybe it's not an ancient deck. Could be so it's a Gardevoir deck. Okay, it's not terrible though. It's not terrible. So I guess I'll explore his guidance first, because that's good. I think Great Tusk. I think I do want the Hero's Cape though, don't I? I guess I can. I'll grab the Rod, I guess. I don't have a supporter for next turn, but grab those cards. This is okay. I don't love it, right? Don't love it. I'm gonna move a couple supporters back into the deck. And do I want to put the Pokemon back in the deck now? I think I want to wait here, right? Yeah, no, I don't need Pokemon back in the deck yet. So this is okay. All right, that's not bad at all. Get all my tools in play here, might as well, right? And what did I do? Okay, so don't Pal Pad yet. So discard 4. I'm not set up well for next turn. But anyway, getting like the Drifloon out of play, that's nice. I don't know if they play more than one copy, right? So discarding him is useful. Screamtail is not good for me, I will say. Okay, they missed their setting up. Explorer's Guidance, super nice there. So let's see what I hit here. I want to keep this. Do I want to keep that? I think I do. I'm just going to grab these staple cards, right? I think, yeah, Pidgeot V still in the deck as well. I guess I just wait. Well, I tell you, I'm going to Pal Pad again, because why not? Why not, right? And I will just attack again. All right, they got rid of the collapse team. I don't know if they play more than one at that. Getting rid of the team evolution is nice. They would have liked, because they need to obviously evolve these Ralts. I don't know if they're actually playing the game. I guess this is another problem, right? Have they kind of quit here or not, right? I don't think they didn't time out, right? So they ended, so they passed. So now I'm not in a great spot. I guess I ditch one of these double turbo energies. I don't like it, but I think I need to try to set up though, right? I don't know if I want to bench Artazon either, right? I don't, because I think that's going to help my opponent, right? At this point. I'm just going to mill one. Not liking this at all, but now I'm starting to struggle. Counter Catcher, this is a good hand though. Counter Catcher, Artazon certainly has value. So I missed the supporter. All right, so they're just passing quickly. I don't know what's going on here. What's the energy? So a bunch of energy in the discard. I have the Rod though, so fortunately I don't have to get rid of double turbo. I don't want to get rid of my last double turbo. All right, Great Tusk is quite nice. Attach double turbo there. I need a supporter going, right? So Pidgey. And yeah, I want to grab a supporter and then shuffle him back in deck. So because I do need to keep this going, right? Do I have... And I will just dig crazy with Explorer's Guidance just because I don't really need to accelerate energy at this point, right? Tool and Supporter, I think is what I want here. Okay, so not bad at all. What's the... So I will just shuffle you back in. This is all very nice. And might as well drop the tool here too while I'm at it. I don't know if my opponent's just passing. I don't know if they really have a play at some point or not. So they're out down 2 Kirlias. I like that. Lost 2 Kirlias that turn. So they were hoping to get Kirlia, I assume. So if they were just kind of needing to... I mean, they have enough cards. They should be able to do something, though, I would think, right? Are they being super cautious? I have my hand clippers at some point, too. So I will Sada's Vitality here. I guess I'll drop it on... I'll stick this energy here. Gives me the opportunity to take a knockout, too, right? Which isn't a bad thing at all, right? And I will just attack now, right? Just attack. Yeah. Okay, I got rid of the Turo. That's nice too. So they're out of Kirlias now. So now that they're essentially dead. I don't know what's going on. They're just not playing. Really, I'm not sure what happened there. Were they hoping to tie? I guess they really maybe they had nothing in hand or trying to top deck. Once I got rid of their 4 Kirlias, then that really was it, I guess, for them. So got the win with if you're looking, a fairly mindless win on my part. All right, let's see how things go here. It's been a bit struggle with this deck, I gotta say. Maybe it's a too vanilla of a build, I will say. I'm thinking I do want to go second. So hopefully, I mean, that's the goal. Second. I need to get Explorer's Guidance turn 1. That's part of the problem, right? I need that. Now, okay, I have... All right, this isn't terrible. Because I have Rescue Board. This is actually not bad at all. Okay. So... I mean, how do I work this? I guess I need to... I mean, if I get my Pidgeot V in play, I could Forest Seal Stone and get the supporter I need. That would be very nice. I have board. Let's see what I draw, actually. Okay, well, this is very nice. It's okay. Oh, that's good. Radiant Charizard is not who they want to start. So this has turned into a nice little start for me. So I'm going to mill 4 this turn. I don't think I want a hand clipper. So let's see what's in the deck, right? So I have the Pidgeot, which I need to play, I think, because I need the supporter too, right? I need to get a Great Tusk. And then I think I need to Explorer's Guidance. I think that's what I need to do. I think that's the play here. Because I need 2 energies, right? So, although, I can use, see, I can Earthen Vessel here too, right? So I have the retreat now. I could, what do I discard though? Do I discard a counter? I'll discard 1 counter catcher because I don't need that right now. Get 2 energies in hand. I'm going to do the little dig with Radiant Greninja. Just, maybe I can see if I could get lucky and don't need my V-Star power. Okay. So I will... okay. I need to Explorer's Guidance here. I have access to it, which I don't always get at turn 1, right? Let's just take a look here. I have all 4 energies. I need to hit double turbo, right? There's 4 copies. I draw 6 cards. 37 cards in the deck. There's a good chance I miss it, but just give me something. Yes, yes, yes. Okay. So I want to get the tool attached as well, because now they don't one-shot me. Awesome. This is awesome sauce. All right, so I will retreat. I don't hand trimmers here. Get rid of you because I don't want you anymore. I attach the tool. And just attack here. It's not a great spot still, I gotta say. It's not a great spot, because I don't really have a good play for next turn. But my opponent doesn't know that, right? My opponent's feeling really bad right now, I imagine. Because I got a good turn 1, which I don't always get. So, Charmander there. Okay. So just looking at different arts, right? So the one is a special one. Okay. Which is fine. So Arven, they get a Buddy PAF, I assume. If they have energy, they'll grab a TM evolution and attack with him with Charizard. I guess they must have Rotom V in deck. In hand, I mean. Otherwise, or they don't have team, or they put Team Evolution's prize. I mean, that could be the case as well. So I'm not in a great spot here. In fact, I'm in a bad spot right now. I'm in a bad spot. Do I guess I have Sada's Vitality, so I guess I want to get I need a Pokemon in play, I'm thinking, right? It helps them, but I want to start powering someone up, right? That's what I need to do. Assuming they get the knockout. So, yeah, I think that's what I... Ooh. Okay, so one of these guys is prized, right? So that's a little tricky, and I got rid of my Great Ball, but it's okay. It's okay, we'll say. We hope it's okay, right? So just one energy here. So I keep one in the discard pile. I will attach, I think, it's not a bad set of cards here at all. I'll attach so I can attack next turn. And, yeah, I'll hold off on the hand trimmers. Mill 4 more cards. Okay, that's their second Charizard there. I mean, Charmander. 2 Ultra Balls, that's good. Makes life tough for them. They have Rare Candy, so which they go Pidgeot EX, that's the better guy to get going for them. They need a bunch of pieces to attack this turn, though. That's the good news, right? The good news is, how do I work this? Well, I'm down. I only have 3 Great Tusks, so I need to Rod. I don't think I want to Rod this turn. If I get knocked out, I Rod this turn, right? I do Rod this turn, and I probably Rod the energy as well. That's a good question. Do I Rod the energy? Probably want to leave it there. See what they grab. Hopefully they can't take the knockout, right? Hopefully they're stuck for another turn, and I can just get to mill again, right? I mean, they still have a lot of cards in deck, so... I've milled twice, right? Milled twice for 4, right? Just double checking. So Turo, okay, they get him out of play. That's really good. Okay, so okay. And then they might just be passing, is my guess here. But now there's a decent chance that they can evolve next turn, right? They want to get, if I can't Trimmer, they get rid of the Charizard EX. So I do this, get a bunch of cards, double turbo, and the tool, I think. Yeah, that's good. So do I want to now Rod? Do I want to get my guy back and play, because now I have the ability to set him up the way I want to, right? So I think I want to play Rod this turn. It's a little tricky, but I'll just do that. I'll leave the energy. Since I have a double turbo and I have the tool, it seems like I should get my next Great Tusk set up, because I can get them fully set up to attack, right? Including the tool. I will put the tool on the guy. How do I want to work this? Yeah, because getting the double, the basic energies in the discard pile is not bad. So just do this. Mill 4, so this is my third time milling 4. All right, lost an Iono, that's good for me. Ultra Ball again, so they're out of Ultra Ball. So now, how are they going to get that Charizard in play is not going to be easy for them, right? So the milling's going well. They lost an Iono, which of course they'd like that to kind of keep things looping. Yeah, so the Ultra Ball is a big blow to them. But they can search out the Stage 2, but they need the Stage 2 and they need the rare candy. They might have it. Okay, so they had the rare candy. They don't take the knockout, though, and I like that a lot. I like that a lot. The Hand Trimmer also becomes bigger as they've taken prizes, because then the Iono gets them to an even smaller hand size, right? It loops even more in the deck. So, but they're going to miss the knockout here, right? Okay, I mean, that's fine. And like I said, I wanted him, if one of them got knocked out, he's the one I want knocked out because I can now, I have more energies to Sada with, right? Because I only have 3 Great Tusks, I only have 1 more Rod, life gets a little tricky here. I will say that. Life does get tricky. So I'll Pokégear, see what I hit. Yeah, so do I... I could try to get Rod. I think I don't... No, I think this is okay here. This is okay. I think my other Rod, I need to... I'll do this, because I can attack with Rod as well. I mean, with... I think I just attack here. I'm going to look at my deck. I'm going to look at my deck, see if the Rod's here. If the Rod's not here, I'm in a ton of trouble. All right, the Rod is here. I'm still kind of in trouble, but I can work it out. So one left of each supporter. So it's not great. I'll wait. I need Rod, but I don't need Rod this turn. I need Rod once I get 1 more Pokemon knocked out, I think. So I might lose the game here. This is part of the issue here. They're going to be smart. They're not going to bench anybody else. The Pidgeot EX has free retreat, so I think I'm just going to lose this game. If they bench someone else, that's what I need to see happen here. I probably don't see that. All right, getting rid of Rex. Well, they can't use Rexin anyway. Are they out of Buddy Buddy Poffin? Not quite. I think they're not going to bench anything else, though. I'd love to see them do it, but I don't think it's happening. So I don't think I can pull this off. Okay, I mean, hopefully they bench another basic. I would like that. That just gives me an option. It slows them down a little bit, I think. So are they going to attack? They could Artazon, of course. They're 2-shotting me at this point, so that's not terrible, though. I don't have a... all right, how do I want to work this? Okay, so Sada's Vitality, which I don't love. Let me discard an energy here, because I really want the... no, I can't afford to use the Rod, can I? I cannot afford to use the Rod. All right, do I want to slow him down and keep him from taking a prize this turn? I could. I don't know if there's any value in that, though, is there? So, just do that. I mean, I have Rod and deck, so no, I think I need to get back some supporters, though, right? I think I've got to do that. So let me get back. Actually, I think I want 2 Sadas. Vitality. Okay, so we'll just do that. I will mill 4. I'm going to come up short here. Pretty guaranteed. They're playing it well. They're playing it smart. I'm guessing they're not going to bench anybody else. I can't do any stalling. This is a game where having an attacking option would end up being really important. But look, what this game is showing, my opponent's playing it just right thus far. I mean, I don't even know if they need to quick search, honestly. At this point, they're just, I think they're gonna knock me out before I can fully do anything, right? To get to 4. I mean, I guess maybe I want him to rod, maybe a hand clipper soon. They got rid of Artazon. Okay, that's fine. Do I have another Artazon? I mean, I have Nest Ball too, right? So, I mean, I'll send him up. He has free retreat. So, I think I just keep going slow. They have 9. I don't think I hand trimmers yet either. Just kind of... Oh, I didn't play a support. What was wrong with me? I forgot to play a supporter. I forgot. That was just so dumb of me. That's just unforgivable, that play. Unforgivable, and yeah, unforgivable. So, I don't get... that was just terrible. Just terrible. So I will... Let's think. I will... Sada's Vitality, I guess. I mean, I really would like... Maybe if I hit the rod here, maybe I change things up. I hit the rod, so... I will tell you what, I'll put back the 2 Pokemon. And I'll put this back as well. And we'll get you into play, which is good for me. And I will Sada's here. I don't have another tool. I don't want a hand trimmer at this point in time, because that wouldn't be good. And I actually, I already have the Artazon in hand. All right, well, getting rid of some gusting's good. Honestly, that one misplay could end up being game. It could. It could. Prime catcher. So they take the knockout here, which is okay. I think I might want to switch cart, right? Just heal a little. I mean, I don't really know that I want to, but... Yeah, let's see what we have here. I think that one misplay, I think, might be game for it. Might cost me game. All right, I need this tool, right? I mean, I kind of start just churning away here. So Pidgeot V, do this. I do this. I mean, am I just gonna like ditch my whole hand here? Do I have Pal Pad in deck, by the way? All right, so I'm gonna Explorer's Guidance. So what do I want here? Oh, none of these cards are very helpful, are they? I need this and this. Okay, so that's okay. So I will tool. Might as well heal, right? It's not a reason not to heal here, right? And then I hand trimmer here. Which is fine. So I get rid of this. I get rid of those. Yeah, that's a good set of cards to keep. You get shuffled back in, so I don't deck out. And just mill, you know, they've done, you know, the fact that they didn't get anything else in play was really good. And the fact that, I mean, I still might win. I really made a huge misplay that one turn, right? So I actually win the game. And I really, so they didn't have another Iono, I guess, huh? So that's really awesome for me, right? No Iono, so I will drop you. I will Sada's. Drop an energy here. Done. Do this. And they can so got, you know, so pulled it off. You know, pulled it off. Made a huge misplay that one turn. I mean, I just spaced and I forgot to play my Ancient Supporter, right? Which means I only milled one. And if I had done that, yeah, so my opponent played the game well, I think. I don't honestly, but the game, that was a very close game. So what would I say with this deck? Just closing thoughts here. It's a simple list. I've seen some other lists that are a little offer some attacking options, which I think I want to take a look at that because I think that's more interesting. Mimikyu could be good in the deck. I can see that, and I would play a Psychic. I'd put in a couple Psychic energies, actually. Well, yeah, I'd put in a couple Psychics. In theory, you could make it all Psychics and just don't use the second attack on Great Tusk. But the decks I've seen only play one Psychic, but I think you want more than that myself. You know, Boss, probably not Boss. I mean, if you start to play Mimikyu, then maybe you drop a Boss in the deck. You know, having the Pidgeot V, I think is important because you're digging a lot through the deck, and you don't want to deck yourself out first. And otherwise, you know, it's a pretty straightforward list. I would not get rid of Hand Trimmer. I think, you know, like that last game, which I imagine I'm leaving up in the video, is very important there. And it's just a solid set of cards, pretty straightforward deck, can definitely win games. I think a little more complicated deck will work a little bit better. But, you know, if you want to play a simple game that's kind of a control style deck, but a very low level of decision making, you make some, right? But it's relatively straightforward. You gotta, how do I get that Ancient Supporter this turn, get my 2 energies, attack, mill, gust if I have it. You know, what you're doing, it's a pretty small set of decisions that you're basically doing the same thing over again, which can get boring, but there's days that just kind of that type of thing's appealing. Definitely pick up Great Tusk, give it a try, and hopefully have some fun milling out your opponents. Take care.